Welcome back to Giving Props, the show where we talk to the most abused, confused, and controversial props in pop culture. Today's guest has been screamed into by conspiracy theorists, comedians, and one too many brain-damaged UFC fighters. Give it up for the mic that's heard it all, Joe Rogan's microphone. For those who don't know who Joe Rogan is, take a second and check him out.
You got pretty eyes.
Dude, sometimes I would do so much my freaking eyes would dry out.
You go deep, huh?
Oh, dude.
But you're that dude. You go deep with whatever the you're doing.
I like to get right on the I like to be a peeping Tom if I can. I'll watch your whole family eat dinner.
Like all of a sudden I'd be trying to prove that I'm not crazy when I knew I wasn't crazy.
Right.
If you were going to die from an animal attack, what animal would you like to die from?
You'd like a big cat because they would kill you before they'd eat you. A bear will just eat you.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of.
So, Podcast Mike, how you holding up these days?
I've been better. I feel like Alex Jones freaking out because one of his made-up crises actors named Sandy just hooked him for $1 billion lawsuit. Talk about tariffing the conspiracy market.
Damn, another deep state black pope move. You know how it goes. You can't be rich out here trying to expose the Amero and the North American Union. When you speak up, they silence you.
You said it, brother. I mean, sister. All these people in power are about the kill, kill, kill. And they're part of, well, you can spell it out if you remove ill 3 times. See, Joe taught me how to speak in code. They're always listening.
How long have you known Joe Rogan?
Since around 2010. We go way back. We're really good pals. I'm closer to him than Dana, who they confuse for Joe all the time.
What's Joe Rogan's dream?
What's Joe Rogan's dream?
Joe Rogan, Dana White. What's Dana White's dream?
Did you just think I was Joe Rogan?
I totally did.
She just called me Joe Rogan.
I saw that. How embarrassing. As an interviewer myself, I'd never mess up like that.
To her defense, black people think all bald white guys with tight shirts and forehead veins look the same. But hey, at least she didn't confuse him with Oscar de la Hoya in fishnets and a hooker dress. He looks like a slut, ready to knock out lions and swallow golden boys. His high ass thought he looked sexy. Too much blow, Poppy.
Why you let him snap that picture?
Which one?
The 15 years ago, the picture you was talking about.
Oh, I was drugged up. Yeah, I was drugged up. I didn't even know it. Yeah.
You didn't know you had put the pantyhose on?
No. Have you ever tried it?
Talking about how Rogan's dragging his name around. Oscar, the one doing the dragging is you and your nose across a table full of Pablo Escobar's best nose candy.
Jesus Christ. Even Canelo couldn't do the damage you just did to him if they were locked in a room together.
I'm tired of him thinking we care. UFC is better than boxing. Who cares if Dana robs his fighters? Joe Rogan always gets paid, and way more than those broke fighters because he's the real talent. Oh, and did you know Joe has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Under his armpit, and I roll. And I take his back.
He'd up Dana's whole UFC roster. In the cage, Joe would make them look like they were an island boy fighting.
And I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were gonna go to sleep. I was so scared. Oh my God!
One, twos, Oblivion on with the nice combo.
Say, one of y'all getting disqualified! Bro.
Does Joe still do stand-up?
Yeah, but we all tell him to stop. He's not funny. Like, the guy is smart. He thinks he murders up there. The worst part? People pay to see him die on stage, stabbing away at their boredom, hoping he'll bleed out laughs from his trash island of jokes. You'd think they were written by his gay comic friend while vacationing in Puerto Rico. But they couldn't even go because everyone just wanted to kill Tony after his comments at the Trump rally.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Everyone tells me that Joe loves hunting. Someone from my staff said he wrestled a bear, skinned it alive, and turned it into an area rug.
While he screamed, "Untuck your dicks, lady men! Stop acting like the you don't have and sniff this smelling salt like a U.S. citizen who can't get deported."
And let's order some. We'll order like 5 more.
Welcome to the danger zone.
Okay, here we go. Boy.
Joe loves talking to people from all walks of life on his show. He's interviewed scientists, and even actors turned mathematicians. I guess it is hard out here for a pimp. He's interviewed religious folks, hunters. You name it, he's talked to them. In your opinion, which guest was the worst to interview?
The one with that bully, Steven Crowder. But Joe smoked a lot of train wreck before that interview, and even he knew it went a little off the rails. Or the one with flat earther Eddie Bravo. You can't talk to him for too long, though. He lost a lot of oxygen to the brain from all those chokeholds he's been caught in over the years. So we cut him some slack. Still, the earth is round, just like balls, which he seems to be missing. I'm joking. Joe loves the guy.
Is there a photo of this flat earth?
No, I don't. Like I just said again.
That's what I
there's
asked.
there's no photo of the flat Earth from space. There's no photo of the round Earth from space.
That's not true. That's not true.
Many people 21 and under don't know that Joe was once the host of another show called Fear Factor.
Damn, I forgot. Joe is old as dirt. Yeah, Fear Factor was crazy. Joe would punk contestants into eating worms and jump off moving trains. It was wild. And he even beat up one of them.
And then he got too close to Joe.
Please. Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden they start going at it, and I was like, all right, I gotta break this up because Joe's gonna kill him. Hey.
For someone so influential, it was a real shock when Joe used the N-word like Kanye does in one of his songs.
You mean the Rogan Greatest Hits compilation?
There should be a word like especially like the word that's our He says and then our starts saying allowed to use the word out the word see word say and he couldn't say
Woo! That's a lot of the N-word.
I thought he was about to drop a mixtape called Slurmatic. Let him say that word to John Jones or someone like Mike Tyson who had him scared as during their interview.
When fighting gets you erect, what does that mean?
It's a good question.
It's orgasmic sometimes. Yeah.
Means you're getting excited.
Yeah.
But saying that it gets you orgasmic, that's a strange thing to say.
Well, that's just what I want. I wanted to find out because you're really bright. And I thought you would figure it. No, I'm being very serious.
No, I know. I know you're being serious.
Oh, I'm feeling beautiful.
Joe is very opinionated. But what's the most delusional thing you've heard him say?
He said you could cure COVID by blasting yourself with UV light. He must have eaten too much of that mad honey again. Man, I got COVID and skin cancer from his pale-ass advice.
He had some strong words to say about trans athletes too, right?
Joe Sideways, I knew you were going to bring up that bull. Listen, we're not all snitches turned I'm a real dude like Charleston White.
16-year-old Charleston White took the stand and testified against his friend, Antoine Doolittle, who sat just a few feet from him and listened intently.
He pulled off the hammer back on the gun. And then what happened? He fired.
We stand on business, and not all of us give a shit about stuff like that. I like my alphabet to spell words, not pronouns. Joe said he was sorry. They're lucky he didn't say it with a spinning back kick. The only thing he wants transitioning is the conversation back to his biceps.
He also made a money comment about Jewish folks. Anything to say about that?
Hide the pennies. Nah, I'm joking. He said it so casually, I looked over to see if human matzo ball Ben Shapiro was sitting in his lap, whispering certain things about a certain country that gets you blackballed if you even mention it these days.
You got to stop interrupting and let him finish the sentences.
The tragedy that's been inflicted on Gaza is orders of magnitudes greater than October 7th. Even if you had the right, let's say, somebody broke onto your property and some of your family members and you want to go kill this guy. If he goes back to his apartment building and you know that there's women and children in that apartment building, and so your move is to blow up the building, what you would be charged with is murder in the first degree. Cold-blooded, premeditated, intentional murder.
And if you're saying that from a perspective of someone who literally went through the Holocaust, or your people, your tribe, went through the Holocaust, and now you're willing to do it?
I hope the irony's not lost on you.
I would just love to see the world chill out already and relax. Oh, but back to the Jews comment? Sorry, I get sidetracked, like Candace Owens trying to sound smart with my ignorant ass.
What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who feel actively victimized by your presence here?
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this. Next question. Somebody give out free hugs. I can't be your mommy, okay? I'm too pregnant. I can't be your mommy.
So, well, actually, statistically speaking, Jews are just more financially literate due to generational trauma and strong mother figures who hire rabbi DJs for their coming-of-age party.
He even platformed Holocaust deniers?
That's when I tried to unplug myself. Dead Sea Scrolls serious. I saw a trash can fire in the distance and thought, finally peace. But it turned out to be Joey Diaz. Back to sniffing and lying about being Cuban? Joey, you're as white as they come, and you look like from The Sopranos. Just hope you end up the same way he did on the show so we can stop hearing your made-up grandpa stories no one gives a shit about.
Well, I'm going to be as honest as I can with you. I'm not trying to be cute here.
Okay.
I lost my eyesight when I stopped doing because when I was doing my eyesight was on point, Chad.
And what about all the conspiracy theories? Does Joe really believe the pyramids were built by aliens?
What's amazing is you have evidence that human beings who lived in Egypt thousands and thousands of years ago did things that we really can't do today. We really don't have the equipment. We really don't have the understanding. I mean, if you're off by a little bit with each individual stone, by the time you get to the top, it doesn't meet upright.
Right.
And they just nailed it. They nailed it to the point where they have these immense stones. You can't even get a razor blade in between them.
Mm-hmm.
You're plugged into the Matrix so you wouldn't understand. There's no way humans built that. Do you know how much those stones weigh? My point exactly. We didn't build them. Our TVs record us. The U.S. is run by Luciferians following the Scottish Rite and the spiritual teachings of Albert Pike. Joe says the Denver airport is a Masonic gateway to the underworld. And there are also portals in an undisclosed location in the Grand Canyon where the giants' bodies were found. But I heard it's only accessed through a DMT trip, guided by a barefooted ex-Navy SEAL named David Goggins, screaming that you're fat as if you eat cookies.
I brought some cookies. You want to try a cookie? You want to try from... Stop. Dude, it'll be fun. You're fat as Yeah. You want to be fat? Yeah, dude.
What about his interview with Trump?
Joe was on the fence about that. I mean, wall. Damn, I messed up my border joke. Whatever. I'll just put that one on ice for now.
His supplement brand got sued, right?
Yeah. Alpha Brain turned out to be more of a beta scam. Placebo in a bottle with a flex sticker. But everyone else gets to false advertise and pay doctors for fake results from their own funded clinical trials. Come to think of it, Joe, if you're listening, why didn't you just do that?
What does Joe Rogan do in his free time? Anything we wouldn't expect?
Aw, man, he's gonna kill me for this. But Joe loves watching disabled martial arts. Not to make fun of it, but as a motivational tool. Whenever someone says, my life is hard, he throws one of those clips on screen and goes, what's your excuse? And for fun, he watches people with Tourette's. Classic.
How are the two of you the most different?
Sammy has hemorrhoids.
I know.
Sammy has crabs.
I know.
Sammy has a vagina.
I know.
Is there an interview he regrets? Or at the very least, wishes went differently?
The interview with adult star Asa Akira. It was going well, but Joe thought he was getting a happy ending. Instead, she told him she's a writer now. Joe said, well, you can still write on your back. You win some, you lose some. But hey, Asa, if you're really a writer, spell, demi-mondaine, or courtesan, or strumpet, I'll wait.
What's next for Joe? I mean, he's basically done it all.
No, not really. Hiring some new comedy writers for his next special might be a good idea. Maybe then he'll finally win a Grammy for Best Comedy Album, and actually be considered as good as he thinks he is. But hey, if he does win, Carlos Mencina might steal a joke from him. Who knows?
It's easy to say you steal. I could say you steal. But I don't, because I'm not a little No.
Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I've been yelled into for over a decade. Soaked up slurs, lies. All I ever wanted was to amplify truth. Instead, I got Joe Rogan. But hey, it could be worse. I could be Carlos Mencina. At least when Joe screamed into me, he didn't get my whole career deported. We did to him what Kendrick did to Drake. What Tupac did to Biggie.
Biggie, remember when I used to let you sleep on the couch and beg to let you sleep in the house? Now it's all about Versace. You copy my style. 5 shots couldn't drop me. I took it and smiled. Now I'm about to set the record straight. With my AK, I'm still the thug that you love to hate. I hit him up.
What Nas did to Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
What's up, n****s?
How many of you wannabe comedians can say you're the reason someone vanished off the face of Comedy Central? So the next time you see Joe Rogan, tell him you're hilarious. He knows you're lying, but don't worry, he'll still nod like he believes it, because it's the thought that counts. Oh, and stay away from grizzly bears there like the wolves of bears.
I think they're just bears. Well, that was something. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and binge watch all our episodes of Giving Props.